Hello, my name is Taylor Stewart, and I'm in my second year of teaching in Dallas, Texas. I currently serve as a special education teacher that teaches students in grades kindergarten, first, and second grade who have a variety of intellectual and developmental disabilities. I am in this course, Foundations in Special Education Graduate Studies, to begin my master's degree here at Grand Canyon University. I am so eager to teach students that are in special education because they have a passion for learning and their positivity in their academic journey. I would like to take the opportunity to express my gratitude and vision for educating students with exceptionalities. As a special education teacher, I'm a firm believer that every student has the opportunity to take strides in their academic journey. All students deserve a meaningful and high-quality education to further their knowledge and independent skill sets. My role as a special education teacher in supporting learning is considered to be multifaceted. I serve many different roles as a teacher. I provide individualized instruction, accommodations to students, and a variety of modifications to ensure that all students are being taught in their way that is tailored toward their specific educational needs. I'm a firm believer of meeting the student where they are academically. Regardless of the steps and the level of patience that it requires, I am always there to lend a helping hand and to model and foster a relationship that will last with them for a lifetime. As a case manager, I create and implement individualized education plans for my students. Each individualized education plan is different for each and every one of them. Each plan should have academic goals such as math, reading, writing, science, and social studies. In some cases, students may have behavioral and functional goals as well. In my centralized special education classroom, I provide my students with differentiation and assistive technology to use as their mode of communication. Many of my students in my classroom are considered to be nonverbal, but that does not mean that they don't have a voice. It simply means that they are delayed developmentally, but they can use another mode of communication. That AT device serves as just their level of communication with PECS, which is Picture Exchange Communication System, and also visuals and a recorder speaking for them. It is my role to actively create engaging lessons that will encourage my students to participate and foster that communication. In my classroom, the motto for this year is strive for progress and not for perfection. As a special education teacher, I uphold professional expectations by attending staffings, holding parent-teacher conferences to make sure that my parents feel engaged and included in their child's academic journey, and it just creates a cohesiveness in my classroom. My personal vision for meeting the learning needs of students with exceptionalities is basically ensuring that all students are included and valued in their academic journey. The Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, also known as IDEA, the federal law that guarantees the opportunity for all students to have a free, appropriate public education, which is critical. It was passed in the year of 1972. Some specific dispositions and character traits that I will use in my classroom for now and in the future are honesty and curiosity. I'll start off with honesty. I will provide my students with words and my actions to come together. I will develop a high standard of trust and character within myself for my students. I will say what I mean and mean what I say. I will be very intentional, very positive, and take initiative in creating that rapport with my students. I will also promote curiosity, which will promote active inquiry. I will have my students thinking creatively and outside of the box, thinking and using their brain so that they can become a better person in the world of today. They will be faced with challenges, but I want them to know that as long as you ask questions and seek opportunities to learn more, you will be fine. The ethical framework and professional practice standards play a great deal in the special education system. The idea of maintaining challenging expectations for individuals with exceptionalities to develop the highest possible learning outcomes and quality of life, potential ways to respect their dignity, culture, language, and background. This quote simply speaks volumes to me because in all areas of special education, students need to have the opportunity to be challenged and encouraged to strive to be the best person that they can be. I will serve as that great model to push them, challenge them, and foster them to be the best person that they can be. The concept of promoting meaningful, inclusive participation of students in special education is important. I want them to feel valued in their school, their home, and their community. From the experience of having students with exceptionalities, it means the absolute world for them to be included and a part of a community. The action of playing with their peers at recess, or even inviting them to sit with them at lunch, makes them feel included and want to become friends with one another. I can incorporate the Christian world perspective and servant leadership into my professional practice by modeling love, compassion, respect, and commitment to my students' growth. A student with exceptionalities simply wants to feel valued and appreciated, like I've said before. And as a leader in my classroom, I will strive to model to be a great leader, to create that rapport, that student-to-teacher rapport, that fosters respect by treating them and acknowledging their unique contributions. And I will provide my students with an open line of communication by telling them what I feel, how I feel, and asking them how they feel, which is very critical in the classroom. As a special education teacher, I will continue to deepen my understanding of the diverse learning needs of students by seeking professional development trainings and learning opportunities that are readily available. I actively seek new things to learn it for my environment and to help my colleagues, my staff, my paraprofessionals to create a more cohesive and welcoming environment for my special education students. As a team leader, I will foster a positive and initiative-driven classroom that will encourage my students, paraprofessionals, and myself to be the best version of myself each and every day. A couple weeks ago, I volunteered at an event called Night to Shine. This event was like no other. I had the opportunity to serve and be a buddy with a special education student that had the opportunity to ride in a limo, to eat great food, to fellowship with one another, with other special education students, to dance, and just to take pictures and live in the moment. This event gave me a perspective of serving God's kingdom. Life is about discipling people to spread the good news of God and making his name known to the nations. They bring joy. This event brought joy to my heart to know that students with exceptionalities have the same opportunities and the same goals to make a difference in the world. I told my students all the time to go be great and to be a leader in all that you do. I cannot wait to see what my future holds, and thank you for this opportunity.